Hey everyone, so I'm back in my old home of Montreal, but I haven't been back here in about 7, maybe 8 years. And we're about to go into my favorite record store in the city. They usually have some really good stuff, a lot of Japanese pressings, a lot of really interesting wall records, but again, it's been about 7 years since I've been here, so let's see what they have. It's bigger than last time I was here. T-square. Mesh Key Records, great label, putting out great issues. I have this, it's fantastic. This is pretty rare. From Panella. I literally just bought this. entire section for Francois Couperin. This is a good classical section. You have an entire Couperin section. This is a Lully record and Jean-Marie Leclerc that has Pierre Pirlot and Jean-Pierre Rampal playing on it. So on modern instruments, this is a pretty old French recording, I think. Man, I've never heard of this record label before. Ariane. Italian looks like. This is a cool find. Chabrier orchestral music conducted by Ernst Ansermet. I didn't even know this record existed. At least I've never seen it on the London label. Yeah, that's a great shirt. That's a keeper. All right, so I just got back from my favorite record store in Montreal, Autant Poitou, over in the Plateau. I used to go to this record store all the time when I went to McGill, and I haven't been there since probably 2018 at this point. They've changed a lot. They basically doubled their floor space, and man, they had so many good records, and everything was like a fully modernized catalog system. So I'm going to show you what I got. I mostly hunted in the classical bins. They've always had a great classical selection. That's still true. They had some really cool Japanese imports. A lot of the more 70s, classic rock stuff, I didn't hunt there just because a lot of that was Canadian pressings, and generally I wasn't looking for Canadian pressings of some of that stuff. I wanted to find a harmonium album, and their harmonium section was just completely drained, but I'll keep a lookout around Montreal for one of those. But I want to show you some of the classical stuff I got. They had some great pickups. This is a original wideband London pressing of Ernst Ansermet conducting orchestral music of Chabrier. This is CS 6438 on a British-made London. It's the second edition wideband. You can see that there. This was a cool one, and I showed this a little bit in the video. This is looks like a either late 60s or early 70s Lully and Leclerc record. But I just got this because it looked interesting. It's on a Belgian record label, although it's pressed in France. And this has two suites by Jean-Baptiste Lully and a concerto by Jean-Marie Leclerc. But the interesting thing I saw on this is Jean-Pierre Rampal plays flute on it, as well as Pierre Pirlot on the oboe, two really big mid-20th century instrumentalists. This was a cool find, a original blueback pressing of Prokofiev's two violin concertos played by Ruggiero Ricci. This is a very hard to find London blueback, and I think this is the first label. Yeah, this is the first London label. The jacket's a little rough, but the disc is in beautiful condition. Another one of those I found was Tchaikovsky Violin Concerto, played by Campoli with the London Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Ataulfo Argenta. I've never seen this in the wild before. This is also the original London label. Just a beautiful blueback. And I've seen the reissue of this floating around. Never seen an original. And finally, for classical, they had a King Super Analog Japanese Decca pressing of a recording I've been looking for a while, and that's Brahms' second piano concerto played by Wilhelm Backhaus and the Vienna Philharmonic Orchestra. This is just a very difficult King Super Analog to find. Even the original Decca is not super easy to get a hold of, at least in the original pressing. So really cool to add to the King collection. Now, there were a couple other records I got, and it's mostly Japanese imports. This is a Three Blind Mice big band album. Everyone should be familiar with Three Blind Mice, the jazz label out of Japan that's often called the Japanese Blue Note. This is a really cool big band record, Bingo Mickey and the Galaxy Orchestra, Intergalaxy Orchestra, excuse me. Bingo Mickey and the Intergalaxy Orchestra, Back to the Sea. This is a Three Blind Mice big band title. I thought this was really cool. It took me a while to hunt the bins for this because they said they had it on the website. And I kept going through the jazz bins and could not find it. I had to get an employee to help me, but I'm glad I tracked it down. What I found in the new arrival bin is a record by The Square, also known as T-Square Resort. This is kind of like a jazz crossover, easy listening group from the 70s and 80s. But all their stuff sounds really good, especially like in audiophile terms. Very, very good sounding records. And then finally, this is a cool reissue I picked up of a record that is a super rare, deep cut 60s psychedelic rock album from Japan. It's Count Buffalo and the jazz rock band Soul and Rock. Akira Ishikawa and Count Buffalo and the jazz rock band. This is kind of a niche cult, I will say, psychedelic rock album from the, when did it come out? 1969. There's only 2 vinyl pressings of this record, the original and this 2023 reissue. The original goes for about $1,000 on the secondary market, so obviously this is not the original, this is the reissue. But this is an officially licensed Japanese reissue. I'm hoping it sounds good because the music is absolutely awesome. Go check this out if you're into psych rock of any kind. And that is my Montreal haul. Shout out to my favorite Montreal record store, Autant Poitou. These guys have been there forever, and they are by far the coolest store in this town. So it was cool to go back after 7 years. I really enjoyed my time there. Well, I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.